is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be starting on a brand new mock that is going to be a bit different. There are a lot of things that Ninjago Core does right and a lot of things that it does wrong, but one of the main things that I think is wrong with Core is the fact that it's too overwhelming with ninja vehicles, ninja mechs, ninja dragons, ninja cars. It's too overwhelming with ninja stuff. The actual biggest villain build we ever got in an Evo set or something was like either the helicopter for the Cobra mechanics or the mech for the Bone Warriors, which is not big at all. In my opinion, one way to really fix Ninjago Core would be for the villains to have a giant set. The reason Ninjago Crystallized sets were so good is because we had a lot of stuff pertaining to the villains that, just like made it feel a lot more dangerous, making it actually feel like a fight. Ninjago Core is just really overwhelming with only ninja stuff. So this is the plan. I'm going to build a giant temple for the Bone Warriors and specifically the Bone King. I gathered a lot of things for this build. I got a pick-a-brick cup with a lot of pieces. Another pick-a-brick cup. This Lunar New Year add-on pack with a bunch of detail pieces that I can use to make the set look cooler. I have this base plate. I'm using that base plate because this little sort of temple thing in Zane's Ice Dragon Creature is built on that same color, which could, add some more depth and sort of canon-ness to this build. I got a lot of bone weapons, some spring-loaded shooters, some ammo for those spring-loaded shooters, these flags from other Ninjago Core sets, and, of course, some Bone Warriors. With these new pieces and my already existing pieces, I think we can get something that looks super awesome. Alright everyone, it has been a few days and I wanted to show you guys my concept art that I did for my build. I'm basically doing a corner temple design with a bottom floor weapons hall and a second armory, second floor, and then a open throne room on the top. I'm trying to take inspiration from the Temple of Celebrations and the Temple of the Crystal King. This is the base plate that I'm going to structure the entire temple off of, and so I think I'm going to build the little stone pathway just a little out off this corner, and so it kind of starts here and the entrance is actually right there, so it looks a bit more like the Temple of Celebrations. I created a design with some nougat bricks, and I think it honestly looks really nice for a little stone path. And I'm going to use pieces like this, and a lot of them, to, create the pathway. Alright guys, in the midst of that last clip, I got a haircut, and I did finish some stuff with the build. I got the stone pathway complete and added the first figures, which are the two bone knights guarding the entrance. I got my sort of archway design finished, with these sort of window designs going in. I think it might be a bit too red, and I might change that, but as of right now it's fine, but I like how it's looking at the moment. Alright guys, it is actually the next day. I know I'm wearing the same hoodie, but I just like this hoodie, okay? I finished the first level, and this thing is coming along very, very nicely. I have not added interior design yet. I will do that once I'm finished with all the different floors. I'm going for a more circular design on the windows for the second floor. Alright, I'll update you with more progress later. Hello everyone! It has been a little bit, but I have finished the Bone King Fortress, and it looks incredible, but you can see that I've actually got, a detailed camera angle here and a lot of sets. And this is because I wanted to do a sort of PowerPoint, not a PowerPoint presentation, but a little concept design, like what Lego designers do. They basically go over, how they figured it out and everything. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm going over points about, how I came upon this decision, of why it looks like that and everything. So, I just wanted to try something a little bit different. So, If this is like bad, tell me. But like, I think this is gonna be pretty cool. So let's go and get started. So, our first point, the problem. Now, what is the problem? Basically, what I wanted to do for this is I wanted to test myself as a Lego designer to see, you know, if I'm good enough to hold that mantle. So, I looked at the most recent Ninjago core sets, January 2023, and I noticed a big factor that I think played in the problem with why people didn't think the wave was that good. And that is, when you look at Ninjago crystallized sets, you've got this huge hero build. It's crazy. It's crazy for the ninja. It looks super sick. But also, you have the Temple of the Crystal King, a giant villain build. Now, when you put those side by side, what do you notice? It's an even match. This is the key word here. Danger, all right? There's danger. There's a giant villain build and a giant hero build. It shows that there is a big villain that is causing a lot of issues. And you can see that the ninja are ready to combat and fight, you know? But also, the other thing is that, like, the villains have giant manpower that can actually fight against the ninja. Now, how do the January 2023 core sets compare to this? We see, let's go for a small build here. Small build. Nia's Water Dragon. Do you see any villain builds besides the bone weapons on the back of that guy? You see any? No, you don't. Then you have a medium-sized set. Do you see any? You see the villains there, but do you see any villain builds? No, it's just a giant hero build. Large set. That is still a giant hero build. That is a Zane Dragon. It does have some temple stuff, but that's a side build, all right? And so, when you look at this Bone Warrior mech right here is actually like probably the biggest villain build we've ever gotten in Ninjago Core. Now, obviously, there are other things that could, you know, make Ninjago Core not that great. But the main thing, I think, is that it just is so overwhelming with ninja builds. I think that's the problem. Because you get too much of one side and here's the key word, there's no danger. There's no danger. But you could see in Crystallized that the ninja were, you know, fighting like crazy because the villains had strong manpower. But whatever story that they're possibly trying to tell in the Ninjago core sets, there's no danger because it's just a few little measly villains. They're barely doing anything. They don't have any manpower, which just doesn't give enough danger. Now, the kids might not notice that as much, but the older fans are realizing there's not as much danger. And just all the ninja builds all together just hitting y'all at once can get a bit overwhelming. And with that, we go on to point number 2, which is the concept. So I took the problem. I realized that we have all the ninja build that we need. We've got giant dragons, small vehicles, medium dragons, small mechs, medium vehicles, like anything you can think of, we got it for the ninjas. We need something for the villains. But you can see that they already have a mech, but you want something more. And I realized that one of the best sets in Ninjago Core's first wave was the ultimate, the Ninja Dojo Temple. Now, that was an awesome build. And so, with that, I was like, what if the Bone Warriors got a fortress? And so, I basically followed 2 sets for some advice here. I followed the the Temple of the Crystal King for some of the more like top like fancy parts of the temple. And then for the main sort of like build thing, let me go grab it. I forgot to bring it over here. That's my bad, everybody. But I tried to follow the corner temple design that was in the Temple of Celebrations. If you're new here, I made a video about creating this with $0, which is why it isn't the full Temple of Celebrations or anything. It's just it's a little sentimental piece. It's not the real Temple of Celebrations. But that's not the point. The point is I tried to follow that corner design where it's not like facing frontward. It's sort of like kind of on a corner, and it's got like the entrance going in like at that angle. And so with that, the concept was born. I put it on this piece of paper. I drew it during school. That's how boring school is. The Bone King Fortress concept. You can see that word right there. It might be inverted though. It's my bad. But you can see here, you've got that corner design. You've got a stone pathway. You've got some sort of temple stuff at the front that you can see. I copied sort of, well, not copied, but I kind of took some inspiration from the Temple of the Crystal King. To give it more, you know, repetitiveness, you don't want it to just feel out of the ordinary, just alienated compared to Ninjago. So you want it to feel similar. And so you've got that sort of top design. There's some like bone stuff coming out the top, a throne, and then you can see the detailed drawings of the floors. Well, detailed-ish. You've got the bottom floor, which is a weapons hall, you know, just sort of weapons for the bone warriors. And then you've got the armory on the second floor. That was the concept. That was the concept that I took and basically, you know, just made it into a set. We've gone through the problem, the concept, and now point number 3, the finished product. Everybody, may I present to you the Bone King Fortress. All right, everybody, here is the Bone King Fortress. Let's start at the bottom floor, the stone pathway here at the beginning. We basically got 2 of the Bone Warrior flags there that I got straight from the sets, which is super cool. And then I have 2 Bone Knights here at the front, crossing their swords like this, showing that there is no entry allowed, everybody. This is a one-man show. This is off limits to all the ninja. And then as you can see here right there, you've got some sort of like walking room here in which Cole is right there, you know, trying to sneak up on the Crystal King. He already got past the front guards. And then here on the top, we'll zoom out a little bit, we've got well, that's a bit crooked. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we've got 2 crossbows here, in which I tried to sort of copy, well, not copy the design, but, you know, copy that sort of get inspiration from that sort of concept that they had in the sets with sort of like the bow and crossbows and everything. And they do shoot. They are, in fact, spring-loaded shooters. They do, in fact, shoot out lasers. And then here we've got the Bone King with a, in my opinion, a really detailed throne. Let's, just kind of grab it all at once here. You got him right there. He's sitting right there. And then here at the back, you've got the piece right there. And it's got just all different sorts of bone weapons. The swords here, size there, and then that main helmet piece. And it just goes straight on there like so. And then we've got basically just, kind of like his little squire, a little bone hunter. A bone hunter, to be exact. That keeps falling off. I definitely didn't, add stability there, which I need to fix at some point. Definitely not enough stability in that remark. But, and then right there, you've got this sort of like cool up temple design right there. In retrospect, I think I should have put some bones right here, but honestly, I think this front entrance and everything honestly just looks beautiful. You've got the one thing I didn't mention was the windows. If you flip this up, you've got the circular window here on the second floor, and then this sort of golden window here on the first floor, and that is the same on both sides right there, which is super sick. Here on the bottom, we've got some cool stuff. I might have to pick it up to show you the details, because I in retrospect, I think I could have made it a bit taller, so these details in here could be more easily seen, but honestly, it's all right. So you've got Lloyd and a bone warrior fighting right there, super sick. And then you've got, if you can kind of see right there, you've got swords on that side, some spears on that pillar, and then over there on that side of the pillar, you've got more ammo for those crossbows up there at the front. And then two sides right there, and you've got some cool lanterns, which are from that Lunar New Year VIP pack. Such a useful VIP pack, not gonna lie. You've got some armor right there on that thing, and then one of the bone hunter's helmets, which is super sick, and then the extra Bone King helmet, and then you've got two more of the flags right there on the ceiling. So a super detailed interior, but in retrospect, I think I could have made it taller, so those details are definitely more easily seen. All right, everybody, that was the Bone King Fortress. I hope you all enjoyed this. This took a very long time to complete. I had to, come up with that whole PowerPoint thing and everything. There's boxes everywhere now. But, just thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. And I hope you all have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.